View of the year. That is definitely gonna make its rounds. Who we got? Who we got? Okay, Miss Thang.
Hey, Slander.
Miss Thang. Oh shit. Hello. What up?
So, I had tapped in over a remix, and he was ranting and raving about me having a small house. And I just,
Hello.
I want to issue a challenge. I want to issue a house challenge to remix.
Okay.
Now, I heard that he want to flick his hair at the women who got prettier hair and prettier outfits and shit. Um,
That's
but
what
yeah,
they
if he want to
say.
step to Carrie in, let's do property versus property. Or I tell you what, he could put on his 3 best outfits and twirl them around for the camera and compare them to my house. And let's do that. Let's do that.
Okay. Remix challenge. She said a challenge. G. I
Can
can
we
believe that chat lives. I can believe that.
why do people like Remix and P think anybody care about them getting up on a panel and hooping and hollering at us? Do they think they doing something that anybody give a fuck about? I mean, we gonna laugh at them, but do he think we over here like, oh no?
I have no idea.
Not
That's what
hooping
he
and
do.
hollering
That's
from a
what he
goofy ass
do.
old man. Huh?
I said that's what he do.
I didn't know that P was only 5'2".
Nah, I don't believe that one.
He agreed to it, I think.
Nah, P.
I know, like, is that true? Because P's so skinny like a starving snake. If he's skinny and little, like, what do he weigh? Like 80 pounds, 90 pounds? What's P weighing?
I think there's gonna be a new special on the menu. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm
Because I
fucking
know if
with.
he
I
gonna appear
don't
on the
know.
panel
I
and
don't
try to
know.
argue, he gonna stutter and make a fool out himself, and then try to
Ah,
lie and say he got muted. So I know he could go over there in his little safe space with his circle jerk crew, telling him behind the scenes he's sexy and the prize and everything else. I know when he got his support crew with him, he'll do a little bit better. Hopefully, he won't have to pull out the gun. Yeah, let's do a weight challenge. I'm down for
y'all
that.
are crazy. A weight challenge, yo. What the?
I'm down for the weight challenge, but we're gonna have to. But we already know he's skinny like a starving snake.
Mm-mm.
I don't know how
So
to
when are
really.
you? So when are you and P gonna end this back and forth, or is it just up for life with you?
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep roasting him because he won't tell me why he got mad that I was talking to Photon. And I
Ah,
like how these
man.
people like remix like to say that he triggering us, but he just threw a whole tippy tantrum for 20 something minutes. Just like you said, you was like he could do a tippy tantrum for about 20 minutes. He went live, did a 20-minute tippy tantrum because he mad I'm not fighting his battles down in the chat. I don't know if the whole tippy tantrum was about me, but I know both times when I snapped over there, he
No, just
no, I don't know. I don't
you gonna
know.
go to
And
Ohio. You
why
gonna
he just
find
want to start
out.
talking to me like that when I like Photon then?
Carrie, let me tell you something. Guys
I
always
want
want the
answers.
box when somebody else got it. That's just you feel me. Somebody else had the toy and he wanted it. That's how kids be. That's just he shot his shot. You feel me? He tried to wine you down. Put the good cologne on and shit. You didn't want to fall for it.
Yeah, I think
He
it's
said
funny
hi.
that
You pepper
remixes
sprayed
ran
him
it.
pretty much.
I'm tempted to listen to a little bit of remixes just to see how the conversation got to how big my house is. Like, I don't really know what that has to do with anything. Why is people so mad in my house? Why I can't have a little house?
It's a Carrie. It's the sector. They gonna say whatever they
Like,
can.
why is
It
he
is the
talking about
sector.
my house size?
Hey, Carrie, you been here long enough. You know how it go over here. Come on.
The toxic keeps coming up over and over. It does seem like the sector is something strange is going on. The topic, what topic? Hold on, where's the sec? Anybody feeling that sexual tension between Miss Thang and Pete?
I'm telling
I
you.
I guess I'm gonna have to take that because I've been roasting him. I don't care. You can say that if you want to, but I'm not attracted to starving snakes.
Let me tell you something. I guarantee you, Carrie, that every time P listens to your lives, he got this on in the background. Got the Bengade out rubbed on his chest. You feel me?
I just
Candles
don't see
lit.
where
You
this
feel
man get
me?
off sexually degrading me.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That Carrie, he's spitting game. That's how men flirt. You don't remember boys used to bully you like that?
I
I'm telling
mean,
you. This is what P be listening to your lives like this.
I guess he did successfully get my attention, so I'll
See,
give him
see,
that.
get it, girl. You giving it to him all. I'm telling you. You feel me? You seen that nigga Dirty Wine? That's how he be. He be dirty wine and candles lit, listening to your
He's just
lives and
so easy
shit.
to roast. You're right. I should probably just ignore him, right?
Nah, Carrie, let that man
But
scratch that titty
I like
cat.
roasting him.
That's
Yeah,
an
I guess
old
you're right.
school player, Carrie. That's an old school player. You got to get in the big. You got to get in the Mercedes, Carrie, and ride around with him. You feel me?
I'm not interested.
All right. I'm just saying. I'm
I
telling.
mean,
I'm just saying.
I guess all
I
that hooping
could
and
be
hollering he
bullshitting. I
does,
could
is,
be
you know what?
completely wrong. I could be
He
completely wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. People keep saying that. I really don't know why this man started yelling at me and calling me names over Photon. I really don't know if it's the simple answer
Carrie,
that
that's how men flirt. I'm trying to tell you.
I ain't
Like
never had no man flirt with me like
it's
that.
see, cause you ain't out in these streets. You feel me? You gotta Carrie. P. What you mean, G? What you mean?
Then yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know that that's
Ah,
it.
my
I
bad,
really
my
don't
bad,
know
my
why this
bad.
man started calling me sluts and bitches because I liked another man. And everybody keeps saying as a joke it's because he liked me, but it don't compute to me. Like, why would this man start cussing me out for liking
I'm
another man?
saying he's spitting game, Carrie. You missing it. You
Well, I mean,
missing
he did
it.
successfully get my attention, so I mean, I can't argue with that.
You missing. I'm telling you, you missing it. See, my bad, P. My bad, G. My bad. I forgot.
I'm
A
not
O.
listening. Why
He a
won't you
OG.
just tell me the reason then, P? Why would you? Why out of everybody in the whole sector think I'm stupid for having a crush on Photon, but nobody else is calling me bitches and sluts? Like, what would make you act like that? You diseased brain old idiot.
He listening to your lives like this. Oh, see, he used to DJ too, so he in there cutting this shit.
Anti says no says P has yelled at many people. He screamed at Teresa too. Yeah,
Whoa,
so he
whoa,
might
whoa,
just have a
whoa.
screw
I
loose, but
know she's
he
not
was
a.
sucking
Oh,
up
okay,
to
it's
me
a
and
truck. It's a
agreeing with
truck.
me. And then I liked Photon and he started calling me all these disgusting names. And he keep trying to act like he this gentleman when he had a most reprehensible behavior. I heard him being a whole coon over on Remix channel yesterday talking about white women have more compassion for black men than some sisters do. Listening to this white woman gas him up to
I
put
think, but
papers
see,
on
Carrie, I
another
think
black
he
man.
was talking about that one individual. I don't think he's talking about all white
Then
women.
why did he bring
The
her race
sex,
into it?
bow,
Then
you
why
got
not
it.
just
You
say
got it.
you?
Huh?
Why bring her race into it? If it was
I
just
mean,
her.
the sector brings that woman's race into it
No,
anytime
he
she
said
comes
it.
in.
I was listening. Like,
No, I'm
if I'm
saying,
giving
but the
Stephanie a
sector brings
compliment,
it
I
up.
don't be like, the thing about white women. So, I mean, we're not gonna pretend like he didn't say what he said.
Nah, Chad. Nah. Fixation. I don't know.
So,
I mean,
yeah, I do think he did make it about race. And like I said, she was sitting there sowing division between black men, and he co-signing it because he'll do anything for a compliment. And talking about some quote unquote white women have more compassion for black men than black women do. But like, dude, the way P called me out bitches, hoes, and sluts, no white man ain't never talked about me like that. But I didn't come on here putting white men over black men. Like, these people really, the people that be trying to accuse me of this anti-blackness be saying the sickest shit. SHAKIM out there talking about it's traumatic and beautiful and part of being black to get molested and beat and shit. Like, dude, I'm gonna need people who want to accuse me of being anti-black to not be saying all this weird ass shit about black people. Cause I
I
ain't
hear
never
you.
said it was normal for black people to be molesting kids and beating them and abusing them and shit. SHAKIM did though. He said it repeatedly. P did say he'd
Said
come in
that
the
was
aisle
part of
of the one
his
that he doesn't
experience.
like.
Did he say everybody, or he said that was part of his experience?
He said most Black people have been molested and abused. The whole chat was responding like that's not true. He said it's part of Black culture. He said that it's part of the Black experience. That yeah, he said it over and over. This is not even in one conversation. He's repeatedly said that it's part of being Black culture is getting molested and abused. And I have the audio. Vita V had posted some of it last night where he was saying that. So it's just like when I said Samba Queen was trying to normalize pedophilia. What make you think I have a sick enough mind to sit here and make some shit like this up? He said it. I don't have no reason to be sitting around pretending like somebody said something like that. It's up there right now. It's towards the end of that video called SHAKIM versus Carrie. He said it again, and it's not the first time he said it. He want to keep normalizing it. And now I can see, you know, I'm sitting there like, why do SHAKIM be bragging about the fact that he could call his mother? Everybody who mother is alive could call their mother. Like, why does he think that's a flex? But now I see it, his family weird. You know, it's some weird shit happened in his family to where he think it's normal to get molested. So I'm gonna just leave it be and hop down. Thanks for having me up. But I didn't make this up. Go over to Vita's channel. Go to the end of that video. He say it again over and over. Most Black people get abused and beat and molested. It's part of Black culture. We learned it from slavery. He's sick. He said, I was looking for a mother for my son. P specifically said, I was not looking for a wife. So how he's gonna sit here and pretend he didn't say that? Like, that's fine. I have that audio up too. I'll repost it. So he trying to claim he said it was a mother for his son, but how did that explain him saying he didn't want a wife? So what did
you can want someone to be a mother figure in your child's life and not necessarily want to marry him.
No, but he did marry him. He said he married him looking for a mother. And what man, if that's truly what P has said, why would he see that as a mistake? Don't most men that have children look for a mother for their child? He said he got tricked because he didn't want a wife. He wanted a mother. Like, that's what he actually said. And P is also the nigga that's going around trying to claim he best friends with his ex-wife and he thinks so highly of her, but he came on my channel and said she was a bad mother. So everything he say, he just keeps switching it up.
I mean, someone can be a good person, but a bad parent necessarily. I mean, you can be a good person, but a bad
no,
parent.
but he said he respects her. Would you respect somebody who was a bad mother, but would you respect her?
I mean, I'm sure there's a whole story to it and all that, but I mean, there's a lot to that story I'm not sure about.
I'm just going off what he said. People could add in shit and take shit away to clean it up if they want to. I'm just going by what he actually said. But I don't really even care that much. I just want to know why he started calling me filthy names because I liked another man. I just want to know, where do he get off acting like that? And that's it.
Because he wanted that coochie and he was giving it to somebody else. So that's all that was hate flirting. That's all that was.
I'm not gonna deal with you trying to normalize that.
I'm telling you, that's not normal. That's all that was. You know, you with that nigga, fuck you when you slut ass, but fuck you. You feel me?
No,
I'm gonna love you when you come back though. That's all that was.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about that. No. I don't think that's normal or acceptable for a 175-year-old sick vampire to behave like a child. Like, this man literally got on the internet and said my coochie stink because I like Photon. I don't think that's normal. That's weird to me. Arrested Development.
He might like it with a little twang though. He might be there. We don't know what he like. He might, you feel me?
Bye, Slander.
He might want to know how your day was. I don't know. You feel me? I'm just saying. All right. I'm telling you, he was trying to get that thing. Miss Thing, he was trying to get that thing. I'm trying to tell you. Hey Kitty, you feel me? You know, he wanted to.
What up, though?
Oh damn! I know you still trying.
I am.
I can hear it.
I'm still recovering from last night, nigga. So I just.
It looked like you had a good time, G. It's all that matters. Did you have fun?
I did.
That's all that matters then.
I did. Even my grandma was drinking at 1800 last night, nigga. So you know.
Whoo, that lit. 18 in the dark. Oh man.
So yeah, man. I I'm gonna just be quick because I'm in a good mood and I'm not.
Yeah.
Carrie Ann, I don't know why she keep repeating this lie that I said all black people get abused and molested because of slavery. She's the one that said she doesn't feel safe around black people because we're violent and we don't know how to form families, and she doesn't trust black male leadership. So I don't have a problem with black people. I love being around black people. So as far as her trying to twist it and say that I'm trying to normalize people being abused and stuff like that, let's use logic a little bit. So we're talking about a woman that's afraid of men, that's afraid to date, that's afraid to socialize, that doesn't feel safe around black people, that begs for people to protect her online. So I would think you've been abused as well. So as much as you go on and on and on about me being abused, you sound like an abused woman. So when you're ready to talk about how abused you've been, when you talk about your trauma, when you can get up here and speak the way that I speak, then you can try to critique me. But what I'm talking about is beyond your level of comprehension. When I talk about black people coming from adversity and being able to overcome adversity and that being a part of our DNA, it doesn't resonate with you because you're not really a black woman. You might have black skin, you might have black genetics, but your soul is not the soul of a black woman. So I'm not going to keep repeating myself over and over and over because it's never going to register. You're very limited. She even said the only time she can talk black is in the sector. Like, what the fuck? You ain't got no black friends. You ain't got no black cousins. You ain't got no black colleagues. The only time she can act black is online. So, of course, anything that I'm talking about as far as the black experience, she can't relate and she can't even comprehend it. So, again, I was never molested by my father or anything crazy like that. These people will make up anything to try to hurt me. But like I said,
It's a sector. It's a fucked up
it's all good.
place.
I'm not tripping about that. And that's really all I got to say. I mean, I wish she would have been with her family yesterday so she could be in a good mood today like me. But hey, everybody don't fuck with their family. So it is what it is, man.
In the words of a wise man around here, it be like that sometimes.
Oh shit, it be like that sometimes. It be like that.
Shit, what time's that live about Lennon? Because that was crazy. I didn't realize that till I saw he ended it. Like that was really all fucking day.
I know, right? Shit, I'm going live whenever you get done because
Oh,
I'm not gonna be on there that long. It's gonna be a short little discussion about it. I just couldn't
okay.
believe that nigga was really live for 11 hours yesterday, bro.
Hey, bro, money grab. Come on, it's the holidays.
I
Think about
know,
it. This time of year too. Come on. You ain't been live all year, but you come on. You know what's up.
I know, but I'm just saying, your family is so important to me. So
Oh,
I
it
can't
is.
I can't imagine having 5 or 6 kids and a wife at home. Like, fuck you too. Did I eat a
Facts.
cook yesterday?
Hey, out of that 11 hours, he better at least got a plate of something. I know they vegan and all that. He should have got some bread or some fruit. I don't know. He should have got a fruit tray, something.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, money is one thing, right? But at the same time,
All that.
you can't get time back. You cannot get time back. So what's more worth it? Money or time with your family? I'm gonna pick time with my family every day.
Oh yeah,
But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? But I thought he was a family man though, right?
he is. He is. But hey, he about that money first. I know he probably made a good chunk of change yesterday.
Yeah, I hope it was worth it.
You know, bro, come on. You
Because
know
think
he
about
good.
it. If I had a cybersecurity degree, nigga, I'd be making like 150,000 a year. So
Nah, look, somebody pointed it out. If you look at his background now, that whole room is filled. So he getting money. Like that room used to be empty and echo and all that, but that room is filled now. So he getting bread.
mhm. I hope so. I hope they did not DoorDash yesterday. I really hope Aida cooked. But she don't really look like she could cook like that. So, that's kind of shady, and I think that's disrespectful to your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if she's not the best cook, nigga, like, you can at least cut the computer off and go sit around the table. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy a meal with your family. It's only like my family, people came from out of town, from Chicago, from all over the country and shit. Like, it was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't see each other like that. So I don't know. Fuck the money. You know what I mean? But yeah, shout out to Lennon Honor. I can't do an 11-hour live. I'm sorry. I'm
Nah,
tired after like 6, nigga, and I still be tired the next day. So I don't understand how he did 11 hours.
and he's like starring them. He can sit there for one spot the whole time. He like nah, like there's only a few people in this space that I know that can do that, and he is one of them. That's why it's just I don't see how they do it, but they do.
So are you ever going to do an 11-hour marathon live over here? Motherfuckers like have not always had it easy. So you have to distinguish adversity
You gotta
from abuse, because you can still have adversity and never go through abuse. But Carrie Ann sounds like an abused woman. So I don't understand why she wants to get up here and say she hasn't been abused. She's never been through any adversity. She's never had any struggle. She's never had any trauma. But yet she's so fucked up. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
I want to say that if I was so fucked up, I would be one of these women out here that's a serial baby mama or going from abusive relationship to abusive relationship. Like, I do have issues. Having a loving family doesn't make you immune to adversity, as he said, but it does make you protected from abuse. And I've not allowed men to abuse me because of the love I got from my parents, however fucked up I may be. Now, moving away from him speculating that I must have been abused with no evidence, I just want to address him trying to lie and backpedal and say that he didn't say it was abuse. He said adversity. I actually have the clip pulled up here, if I can share my screen, because he said people like to twist his words. And I just want to be clear, the type of sick shit that be coming out of some of these people's mouth, I could never make up in 1,000 years. I could never even imagine somebody trying to say that being abused is part of the Black experience. But I have it. If you want to share my screen, Slander, I have it right here, because what we're not going to do is say that Carrie made this shit up or she twisted his words. He's trying to invent abuse for me. This is the man who said, one breath he said, I never talk about my family. The next breath he said, I only talk about them positively. Then he said the fact that I never talk about abuse and adversity in my family means there's something suspicious. So I guess all these hundreds of people in the sector who never got drunk in the middle of the night and talked about being abused in their own home and molested, I guess all of us have something suspicious about our family. I didn't make it up. He actually said this, and I'm ready to share my screen and play it back whenever you're ready, so we can just cut through all the deflection and bullshit.
Okay, let's but let's have y'all had a real good civil conversation on Brown Sugar Baby Show. Let's go that route.
Right, and he's still trying to lie.
No,
like he's still lying.
Okay, I know. Just let's you had about a level 3. Let's go to 1. Let's just come on. We're gonna listen to the clip. We're gonna listen to it. Let's just come on. Like I said,
let's
y'all
see
had
if he
a
said
real great
adversity. Let's see.
the other day.
All right.
Come on. Like I said, y'all had a great combo on Brown Sugar Baby.
I had a wonderful childhood.
So yeah, you might have had a pampered, perfect, prissy 8
I never said it was. And see, he thinks that if you don't talk about your dad beating on you and your siblings and parents, that it was perfect and pristine. I just want the record to show I have never said I had a perfect childhood. I've never even hinted at that. This man 1 minute want to say, I don't spend time with my family. I don't know my family. My family doesn't exist. I talk too highly. Like, he has so many different lies because he's jealous of my family. The things I know about his family are things that he said. The things he makes up about my family are his jealous ravings about the fact that I love my parents. I just don't disrespect my father's image. I don't disrespect my mother's image.
Most of us have been abused. Most of us have been sexually assaulted.
Most of us have been sexually assaulted. Did he say adversity? Or did he say most of us have been sexually assaulted?
Okay. Let's let the clip play. Let's just let it play. Then we'll let him
because I thought that he said that I was twisting his words, and what he said was adversity.
We're having a convo. Come on, like I said, y'all had a
great
conversation.
Do I need to play anymore? That was the clip.
All right. Let him rebuttal, Carrie. Let him rebuttal.
Stop it right there, because I can clarify what I was talking about without all the extra shit. So when I said most of us have been abused or most of us have been sexually assaulted, I'm speaking from the women that I've been in church. I've been in a cult before. Everybody that was abused in my cult was Black. Everybody. So
you said your cult and not Black people?
Let me finish. Okay.
Were we talking about your cult or were we talking about Black people?
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead, keep lying.
Because I come from a cult, all right? So I don't know how you were raised. And then if we look at the church as a whole, the church.
Were we talking about the cult in that conversation, or we were talking about Black people?
What I'm saying, okay, because it's too hard for you to.
But you're adding in shit. Like, were we talking about a cult?
Carrie, let him
answer the question. Were we talking about a cult, or were we talking about Black people?
I know, but you got to let him finish first. He didn't interrupt you that whole time, Carrie. He didn't interrupt you.
I didn't lie.
I know, but let him finish, okay? Just let him.
But why do he get to add in cults and churches when people in the audience were asking for clarification, and he doubled down on it being Black people over and over? He doubled down on it being Black people.
I hear you, Carrie. I hear you. Just let him finish. Just let him finish.
All right.
I'm let him finish.
Submissive to you. Go ahead.
Chill. I don't want P coming after me. Chill. That's the homie.
Okay. So again, when you read African American literature, even if you start with a book like Invisible Man, how does that book start off? It starts off with a family member raping one of his daughters and getting her pregnant.
That's not how Invisible Man starts. Invisible Man starts with a Black man in the sword. He just lied again.
Carrie, let him finish. Let him finish.
Okay, but I literally know that book by heart.
I know, Carrie, just let him finish. That's all right, you
Slander. Let me know when I'm gonna shut up, Slander, until you tell me to speak. Okay.
Okay.
When you look at all of the quintessential Black movies like The Color Purple, or when you look at all of the great literature, there's always some sort of conflict, whether it's family, whether it's abuse, whether it's our experience after slavery, overcoming violence from white people. So literally, Black people have never had a moment of peace in over 400 years. We literally have trauma running through our veins and running through our DNA. So when I talk about Black people's experience, I have talked to Black people. I have been in the Black community. I've read enough Black literature to know that most Black people have a common experience of trauma, abuse, adversity, or violence in their family or in their community. So if violence and all of the stuff that I'm talking about is not indicative of the majority of what Black people have been through, then why is Carrie Ann so afraid to live around all Black people? Why is she afraid that the person that will murder her will be a Black person? Why is she afraid of men? If none of this is true, right? If I'm just pulling this shit from my ass, then why is she in a state of constant fear if it's not true? And that's all I was saying.
Well, if that's true, why did you say that those statements I made were anti-Black? Hold on. If what he's saying, no.
Carrie,
he just asked a question. He just asked a question about me.
Let me ask him if he's done.
It was a rhetorical question. It was a rhetorical.
But why did he say those comments were anti-Black if he's now claiming that his statements reinforce the truth of what I said? I mean, I'm not interpreting my statements to say that bullshit about most Black people being molested and abused. But why would he call my job and try to paint me as anti-Black for something he just argued is true? Make that make sense.
So again, saying that all Black people have common adversity is not the same as saying that Black people are, let's say, less violent than white people, or Black people.
I agree. That's why you're trying to pretend like you said adversity. That's why you're trying to pretend like you said adversity now.
See, you don't know how to have a conversation, so you're just here to rant.
I mean, when it's just lie after lie after lie, and Slander is not calling you on any of it. He's just letting you sit here and make up bullshit.
I'm making arguments and points that cannot be refuted.
Well, how can they not be refuted when I just asked you a question? If you're saying that Black people all are violent, which I never
Let's
said.
say I make
Why
your
did you call my
argument-
job and
I make
claim I
your
was being
argument-
anti-black?
I make your argument and say black people are violent and domestic violence will follow.
And that's never what I said. But you're saying that's your argument. So who are you to call me anti-black?
Generalization about all black people, and you say that we are the abusers and we are the aggressors, and
that's not. You said that. I didn't say that.
Same as what I just said, sweetheart.
No.
Those are two different arguments that
I agree, but you're the one who just said the bullshit you said reinforces my argument. So why am I anti-black? Because I never said the things you said about black men.
And your level of fear of black people is based on your experience with black people. I never
partially.
Partially say that I've had positive experience with black people as well. You've never talked about any positive experience.
I have. What are you talking about? You're jealous about me venerating my own father. You just say random shit that doesn't make any sense.
I've never heard you publicly, and I'm not talking about family. I'm talking about any black male, period.
Well, then you haven't been listening because I talk about black excellence on my channel all the time. So the fact that you haven't heard it doesn't mean it hasn't been said. You have a very twisted mentality.
And you are not saying the same thing. You made.
I know we're not. You just said we are. Why won't you answer my question about accusing me of being anti-black after you just claimed that your argument reinforces what I said?
Was anti-black. I've never said I don't want to be around black people. I've never said I don't trust black male leadership. I've never said.
You think that that's worse than saying it's normal for black men to beat and abuse and molest their children?
I've never said that all black people abuse and molest their children either.
You said most.
I did not.
Dude, I just played the clip.
That's not what I said.
What'd you say? Because you didn't say adversity. You lying and saying I'm gonna back it up. And let's see if he said most black people abuse their kids and most black kids have been abused.
Find that audio. Find that.
Yeah,
audio.
I'm about to. I'm gonna just run it back 10 seconds. Well, you speak for yourself. I had a wonderful childhood. Speak for yourself.
You might have had a pampered, perfect, prissy.
I never said it was perfect. I just don't disrespect my father's image. I don't disrespect my mother's image.
Have been abused. Most of us have been sexually assaulted.
Most of us have been sexually assaulted. What are you talking about?
Traumatic things that you.
What did you say? So you didn't say most of us have been sexually assaulted?
So that's where they got you, SHAKIM.
I said most of us have been. I did not say that all black parents molest.
I didn't say all. I said most. You just said you didn't say most.
You can be sexually assaulted by somebody other than your parents. You know that, right? They don't have to be your parents that abused you.
But I didn't say parents. I didn't say you said parents.
You can be abused at school. You could be abused anywhere. So the argument that you're trying to make as if I painted all black parents in one jar is not what I said at all, because I haven't been molested by my parents. So even what you're saying right now doesn't make any sense.
But most black people have not been sexually assaulted. That is factually false.
According to data, do you have any statistics that?
Yeah, I do actually. I'm gonna pull up my statistics and you pull up yours. Let's go.
Look your data and I'll pull up mine.
Pull up yours. Go. Let's go. What you want to bet? Can we bet $1,000 right now?
Do you have $1,000?
I have 1,000. I will cash up you 1,000 before the end of the show. Let's bet $1,000 that you can't find any credible source that says most black people have been sexually assaulted. I got a G on it right now, SHAKIM. Do you?
Is it just sexual assault or is it also domestic violence?
It's sexual assault because that's what you just claimed, that most of us have been sexually assaulted. Okay. You just said most of us have been sexually assaulted. I know you have a hard time remembering what you just said and trying to change it to something else, but I'll play it back for you if you want. You said most of us have been sexually assaulted. I got $1,000 on it. I can find you at least 3 sources from credible sources that prove you false. Do you got $1,000 that you can find 3 for me?
I got it. Okay,
right let's go.
Actually pulled up.
Let's go.
Okay, we got our first sector bet. All right.
Okay, so I got the National Black Women's Justice Institute here. 1 in 5 Black women are survivors of rape, and 41% of Black women experience sexual coercion and other forms of unwanted sexual content. So that is less than half. Okay,
so 41% you said
is not most, right? Most would be 51% or more. Like, we know what most means, right?
So it's a 10% difference is what you're trying to argue
between what you said and the truth. Well, that 41%, if you read carefully, is not sexual assault. It includes sexual coercion. You said sexual assault, and that's at 1 in 5. So no, it's about 40% off.
Okay, now let me ask
you. have to read the whole sentence. You can't just go to the number, right? You have to read the whole sentence.
Saying. Now, do all Black women report their experiences?
These studies take into account people who report and don't report. They're sociologists. That's why it's a credible source. It didn't say 1 in 5 report. It said 1 in 5 are survivors. So you know how to read, right? Like, you know how to read, right?
Yes or no?
What?
Is rape underreported? Yes or no?
It is, and they take that into account with these statistics. But regardless, we're not gonna keep arguing over you not understanding
they take
how
that into account. How?
They take it into account with something called volunteer bias, right? If you made it through college, you would know that people who report on anything, not just crime, are different from people who don't report. They call this volunteer bias. And one of the many things that sociologists do when they do reports like this is they don't only put out a survey and ask the people and take into account the people who responded. They do something called cold calling, where they contact people who didn't report. They contact people in the general public, and they survey them, and they take into account the difference between the people who have reported and the people who didn't. Now, I don't have time to spend teaching you how research works. You claim to be a scholar, so I'm sure you already know what I'm telling you. This is one source for me. I'll pause and wait for you to produce one of your sources that say the majority of Black people have been sexually assaulted. I'll wait.
Okay, so again,
I did one, now you do one. No, it's nothing to talk about. Just pull up your source.
You are cherry picking statistics, right?
How did I cherry pick a statistic?
Because again, you're using how you're defining sexual assault is arguable. Whether you consider sexual assault.
Okay, show me your. Okay, that's fine. Mine wasn't good enough. I feel you. Go ahead and find your source that's better than mine. Let's see your source that says 51% or more, because you're better at this than me. So since I'm cherry picking, you go ahead and do it. You show me yours that's not cherry picked, because you're not making up shit off the top of your head based off your own perverted childhood. You have data, okay. So I'll wait. Now I'm just gonna pause and wait for you to produce your source that you said you had. I'll wait.
Okay. All right. Give me 30 seconds. I'm about to pull it up. All right. So thank you for proving my point, because it's really not hard to find studies like this. I don't know why we have to argue about something so stupid, but it's very easy to pull up studies that agree with me. So let's go ahead and share this study right here from Newsroom. All right. 7
Newsroom
and 10.
Is not a
7 and 10.
Is not an organization backed by psychologists.
It does. Okay, so before I even
Carrie, let him finish. Just let him finish.
Before I even read the article, here she comes.
And he accused me of cherry picking, but he
I know,
goes to the mass media.
Let him
okay.
Finish. Let him finish.
My next source is going to be the American Psychological Association. So go ahead.
Are you able to show my screen real quick?
Yeah. I got you. You sharing it? Okay, he's sharing it.
All right. 7 in 10 Black Americans say they have experienced incidents of discrimination or police mistreatment in their lifetime. Nearly half who felt their lives were in danger. So 7 in 10 people have had negative.
I thought we were talking about sexual assault.
Carrie, come on, let him finish. Just let him finish, Carrie. Just let him finish.
7 in 10. All right, and this is a poll study. So if 7 in 10 people have had
least credible kind of study
have had a range of excessive force experiences, that's a form of abuse, Carrie. If the police use excessive force on you, whether you're a man or a woman, that is a form of abuse.
Polls are not scientific, number one. Like, everybody that's an alleged scholar knows that, which is why you had to come to this weird, whatever the fuck KFF is. But we were talking about sexual assault. You said the majority. Do I need to play back the clip again where you said the majority of us have experienced sexual assault? not police misconduct. We were talking about sexual assault. I know you get confused and forget what we were talking about. Slander, should I play the clip again of what it is we're actually discussing? Sexual assault? Because he said I was cherry picking because you can define sexual assault in different ways. And then he pulled up a study that doesn't even address sexual assault. So was I cherry picking, or was he just looking somewhere for a survey that said more than half of something? Because I thought we were talking about sexual assault. I think somebody owed me $1,000. I have my next source ready. He showed his one. Now I have my next source whenever you, let me go ahead and share my screen so I can show y'all what actual evidence looks like. And a poll is not scientific.
Okay, now polls aren't scientific. So
they've never been scientific.
So
Aren't you an alleged scholar?
So no matter what I show, it's not scientific.
No, it's not no matter what you show. I just explained to you that's like, you're just going to talk over me because you know you're wrong.
I don't have to convince you, sweetheart.
You can just Google right now, are polls scientific? Polls do not account for volunteer bias, the thing I just tried to explain to you. Where if, again, I know you have a university, you should probably do a little bit of educating yourself about how research works. Just a little bit. Because if you don't know that polls aren't scientific, you embarrassing yourself as much as you did when you tried to talk about real estate and home ownership.
This is coming from the same woman that is afraid of black men. So if it's
not, I'm afraid of all men. Like I said, I'm more likely to be hurt by a black man because I'm a black woman.
Black people, right? Then why wouldn't she?
You're deflecting, SHAKIM. You're deflecting. You're deflecting. And let me tell you the difference between you and me. No, let me explain something to you. Let me explain. Even though you just sat there and said anti-black statements and you try to paint me out to be anti-black, the thing that you don't want the people to remember is that
give a fuck whether it's the majority. It's still too much.
No, you don't get to tell me what I give a fuck about. No, you're just deflecting because you're proving wrong
in our community, and that's why you're so.
I'll let you talk. I'll wait. Because you want to get that out. So again, I want to say this, right? Number one, I have never said anything anti-black. I'm more afraid of black men because black men are the men who sexually harass me in the street. White men don't sexually harass me. Like I explained that. I'm afraid of that. It makes me uncomfortable. I've never ran into the arms of a white man. I've never been with a white man.
Oh, you've been sexually harassed by black men? Can you elaborate on that?
Why would I need to elaborate on that?
Because I mean, you said that most people don't have this experience, but you have had this experience. So please tell us how you've been sexually harassed by black men. I would love to.
I've gotten street harassment like every black woman with a big butt and big titties gets her whole life.
Every black woman has been sexually harassed with a big butt and big titties. Wait a minute. Didn't you just say that most people have not been sexually harassed or assaulted?
No, I said they haven't been sexually assaulted. Why are you so confused? Are you purposely?
And harassment go hand in hand. Before you can get assaulted, you have to be harassed.
I've never been sexually assaulted by anybody.
Been sexually assaulted, but you have been sexually harassed.
Right.
Okay. And you said majority of black women have been sexually harassed by black men, correct?
Yeah, just like white women get sexually harassed by white men.
And the argument is over.
How is that the end of the argument?
It's over.
It's not.
You said majority of women be sexually harassed by black men. That's what you said.
No, the majority of all women get sexually harassed. It's part of being a woman. The
majority of all women get sexually harassed.
Of course they do. White women carry pepper spray on their purse because they're afraid of men on the street. Women get sexually harassed all around the world. Wait, before you bring P up here, because you know P got some backup and now he's gonna be feeling brave. I want to get to the end of my $1,000 bet. I have my next source ready. Slander.
You don't need no more sources. You just confirm that you've been sexually harassed. So,
right, but you said sexual assault.
I said assaulted. I didn't say it had to be any form of penetration.
Sexual harassment is not sexual assault.
If somebody gropes your breast, that is considered a sexual assault, man.
Right. Nobody's ever done that.
You don't know the difference between assault and harassment clearly, because you can be
harassed. You don't know the difference.
You can be harassed, and that would be considered sexual assault. You know that,
right? It's
not
sexual assault to be harassed.
If somebody harasses you, if somebody gropes you, you just said every time you walk, they over here looking at your ass and catcalling you and talking about your.
Nobody said they didn't, but so somebody got to look at you to murder. Looking at somebody is not the same as murder.
Carrie. Groping somebody's breast is sexual assault.
Right. And the majority of women have not been sexually assaulted.
So no woman here has ever had a man touch them unwantedly?
No, the question was whether or not most women have had that.
But you just said most women get sexually harassed, Carrie.
So you just gonna talk in circles? You know you owe me $1,000, right?
No, you actually making my argument for me. So
I'm not.
You actually making my argument for me. In order for you to be sexually harassed, okay, it has to go beyond just, okay, nice, you got a pretty body, nice body, and all of that. Eventually it starts with
repeating
touching.
yourself. We just discussed this. Right. You can't murder somebody without looking at them. But looking at someone is not murder. You can't assault somebody. Well, you can, but oftentimes assaults are predicated by harassment. That is true. But harassment and assault are two different things. You didn't say the majority of us have been harassed. You said the majority of us have been assaulted. And I'm still waiting for you to bring up a source that's not about police misconduct that proves your claim that the majority of us have been sexually assaulted.
But you just said you're afraid of men because they are harassing you.
Right.
So why would somebody coming onto you warrant you being afraid for the rest of your life of men?
I didn't say I was afraid for the rest of my life.
It went beyond just a conversation. If it got physical, I could understand that.
Who are you to tell me I can't be afraid unless I get touched?
Otherwise, you don't have nothing to be afraid of. You got a big mouth.
Who are you to tell me what I have to be afraid of?
You don't know how to reject men?
Okay.
It's not about how I reject men.
Okay. SHAKIM, Carrie, let's just pause that right there. We're just going to pause it right there. What you got for us, P? You still there, P? You pushing
Yeah,
P?
Yeah, what's going on? I'm on straight speakerphone. Can y'all hear me okay?
We hear you loud and clear.
I'm trying to get to the bottom of a debate with SHAKIM. I don't know what he has to do with this.
Come on.
Hey.
No, wait a minute. Your article that you got on your screen right now actually proves my point.
How does it prove that the majority of black women have been sexually assaulted?
Carrie, let's let P talk for a little bit. He just
what does P have to do with this? I'm discussing SHAKIM's lies, his anti-black lies.
Carrie, you asked why. We have to hear what he has to say first, okay? Come on, just let him talk.
No, because you're letting SHAKIM deflect. He's supposed to be proving that the majority of us have been sexually assaulted.
Back and forth. Y'all are having a conversation. Just let him talk, Carrie. Let him talk.
Go ahead, P. Go ahead.
He just got here. Come on, Carrie. Carrie, let him talk.
This ain't gonna take me longer than 10 seconds, and I'll be off the panel because this really ain't got nothing to do with what you're talking about. But after you're done, like debating this, and you're playing clips and everything, I want you to play the clip of when I compared children to rabbits. Okay, just when you get done with this, play that clip for me. All right, if you don't mind. And that's all I got. So
if you want me to do something for you, you're gonna have to hit my Cash App. I don't work for you, nigga.
Oh damn, he left. Okay.
Slater, you ain't shit.
No, I mean, I'm not.
Where does this show that the majority of us have been sexually assaulted?
There, 40 to 60% of black women reported being subjected to coercive sexual contact by age 18.
That's not sexual assault.
How is that not? How is that not sexual assault, Carrie?
If it was sexual assault, it would be included in the statistic before it.
You heard your comment earlier, nigga.
It says right there, for every black woman who reports rape, at least 15.
I know it's Black Friday. They $5 off today.
Right. They take that into account with the 35%. This is done by the American Psychological Association.
40 to 60% of black women reported.
I can read. You don't have to repeat yourself to me.
Your article that you actually pulled up actually verified what I said. So run me my $1,000.
It doesn't.
Run me my money. Because it does. Can everybody read here? Do we need an independent judge?
Hold on, let me ask you this, SHAKIM. What does coercive sexual contact mean?
If you are coerced into sexual behavior, you are raped or sexually assaulted. That is what that means.
That's not what it means.
I need an independent judge on this one because it says it right here, y'all. 40 to 60% of black women reported being subjected to coercive sexual contact.
Right, but being coerced is not the same thing as being assaulted.
It is.
What does coerced mean?
You force somebody to do something they don't want to do.
It doesn't always mean that.
I don't have to explain
You're shouting over me, but coercion can mean persuasion.
Are we really being this stupid right now?
No, if they were the same, it wouldn't be under two different categories. You just want to be right so bad you're talking over me. Coercion does not mean assault. If it was the same, why is it under two different bullet points, SHAKIM?
I don't have
no smoke. Trying to keep this short and whatnot. A lot of y'all already know what's going on and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
If it meant the same thing, why is it under two different categories, SHAKIM? Explain that. Why is it under two different bullet points if they mean the same thing, SHAKIM?
Coercive sexual contact is sexual.
Are you just going to ignore my question?
Coercive sexual contact.
If it means the same thing, why is it under two different bullet points?
Coercive sexual contact is sexual assault. I'm not going to argue that. If you want to argue that, then go ahead and do that.
No, answer my question. Why is it under two different bullet points if it's the same thing? Because coercion doesn't mean force.
The study was split into different age groups and stuff like that.
It's not in different age groups.
On age group, and it said 40 to 60%.
So how would it make sense that 60% of women get raped by the age of 18, but only 35 have been raped by the time they die? Why would the number go down after 18?
Because it just said for every Black woman who reports rape, 15 don't report it.
That is taken into account with all these bullet points. You think they only took that into account on one bullet point?
Well, why would it say 40 to 60% then? If that was not the case,
because it doesn't mean rape. That's why. I'm the one that has a reason why, because it doesn't mean rape. Otherwise, it wouldn't be 60 before 18 and 35 after. That doesn't make sense. You know it doesn't make sense.
It's clear. It's clear.
Okay,
right here.
So this says I've shown two sources, SHAKIM. What's your second source?
You proved my point. So I don't even have
No, you need more than one source. I know you're a scholar, so you know you can't go off just one source. So you need at least three.
I pulled up several sources, including the source that you did. You actually argued my argument for me with your source.
What's your next source, SHAKIM? Where's your next source?
I don't have to do a million sources when you already
you need three. You're a scholar. I know you need three. So what's your third source where it's going to clearly state most of us have been sexually assaulted?
Sources. See, now you moving the goalposts. Now I got to be three sources.
I said that at the beginning, SHAKIM.
I got to be 10. It goes on and on.
No, you're a scholar. You know it's three.
Never admit when you lose, bro. It's okay. You lost. You clearly lost.
Can we do a poll? Put a 1 in the chat if SHAKIM won. Put a 2 in the chat if I won.
Chat is gonna take your side.
You just said polls are scientific.
Who cares?
That's why polls aren't scientific, right? Did you just admit that polls are not scientific?
So you can call on the chat and all the simps. Like
are polls scientific or not, SHAKIM?
And defrauding charlatans and Pastor Stewart and all the simps. Go ahead and vote for Carrie because she literally proved my argument.
But you said polls are scientific.
You got anything else? Because I'm about to go enjoy the rest of my holiday.
Okay. This was, I think that was it, SHAKIM. I thank you and appreciate you.
I think everybody saw what just happened.
All right. Yep. I thank you too, bro. Enjoy the rest of your holiday.
You too, Play. You too.
I will see you later. Peace out.
See you.
That is a definitive slobber knocker.
Raw, you better run her money because she got you right there.